this. Possibly.
My book will come in. We have to do something.
Yeah. You just walked into it. All right. I'm going to have you stand directly behind her. She's real scary. Be careful. Look out. Okay, she's standing right behind her. Now, Oda cannot see her standing there. Take your hands out in the V when you're standing back there. Because, yeah. Oda's vision actually comes out in a V like this, from behind. So she can't see Belinda. Belinda's standing right behind her. She can't see her. So if somebody walked up behind a horse, smacked it on the butt, what's going to happen? You're going to spook them. And hopefully you don't get kicked. So don't try it, even Oda. Okay. Also, they cannot see on the side. They'll stand next to her on the other side, directly next to her, right where a stirrup would be. You're next to her. Oda cannot see her. Because why? Her vision comes back how?
In a V.
So, she can't see her, can she? That's important. So when you approach a horse, do you come flying up to him, running, screaming, yelling? How do you do it? Who can I pick on? Lizzie! Come here. Oda is one they're going to be assigned to today. You're going to ride her. How do you approach her? You're going to talk to her. Call her by name. Normally they're going to be tied at the wall so they can't turn as far as what Oda is at the moment. Oda is a bit curious, yes. But you were going to talk to her, and if you walk up to her, what are you going to do? Slap her as hard as you can? Okay? Firmly pet her. You don't want to tickle her either. How many of you are ticklish? Yeah. You don't want to tickle them. Horses have this really neat thing they can do. They can just shake their skin. I can't do that. But we don't want to tickle them. You pet them firmly so they know you're there. Okay, you can sit down, Lizzie. Belinda, you come up here. Belinda just did something that really ticked off Oda. So what's going to happen to Oda's ears? Flat. You see that? Flat. They got to be all the way flat against her head. That is when she's angry and disgusted. Belinda quit irritating our horse. Now what is she doing? Her ears are straight forward. What does that mean?
She's listening to.
She's alert. Right. What if they're halfway back? I have so many people tell me when the horse's ears go something like this, well, they got their ears back and they're ready to run for cover. No. The horses are simply listening. How many of you get in trouble at home for listening? Usually it's when you're what? Not listening. I got a mom back there and I can confer with her. I've got 4 kids. Mine are all out of the house now, but they had to learn a few things first. So if she's listening, you don't want to get mad at her. Then you let her know that she's a good girl and you talk to her. Often when you're riding, the horse's ears will be listening to you on their back. They're not being naughty. They're just listening. They're listening. I want you directly behind her again. Actually start on this side. All right, Belinda, you're grooming her and you're starting on the side and she's brushing her nice and she's getting all the way to the back. Well, she ran out of her butt, so now she's got to go around her. Now what's she going to do? How are you going to do this?
Just like this. That's how I place the hand on the butt so they know where you're at. Or so if you're short, on the side of the horse. So he knows where I'm at or she at all times.
Now I want you to go back about 4 feet behind her and then face her butt. Now, maybe you just hook. Thank you. I like this. I get to boss somebody around. Now, what's wrong with where she's at? Anybody know? I have seen so many people think man, I can't get close to that horse. It's big and I'm going to get nailed. Now what's going to happen? I'll go back here. What's your name? JC. What's wrong with where she's at? She's in the kick zone. If you look at Oda's leg, man, she's right in kick zone. Now, I had never really been full out kick till a couple years ago when one little smart aleck colt that was only a couple years old decided to back up and kick me. Believe me, it doesn't feel good. I just about went to the ground and I have a witness. So you don't want to get kicked. She was in prime kick zone. Get directly behind her again. Directly behind her. Now, right next to her, like you walk around. No, get right behind her though. There. If she is right there, all that's going to happen if a horse would kick, it might knock her down, but she's not in full force. All she can do is kind of push her. It's not the same as if she's right where she's going to get nailed. Yep, she's mostly going to knock her down. So, Oda might knock you down kind of hard, but you're not going to get hurt really if you're that close. That's the safest place to walk around. Most times, horses are not going to kick unless you scare them or you really make them mad. If they're terribly irritated and their ears are flat, I wouldn't go behind them. That's not a good time.
Or flat eyes on their leg, you just happen to be in the kick zone, like I was one year, and I got kicked in the shin by Chester, who never knew where his feet belonged.
She should have gotten a comedy award for that one. I was clear at the other end of the barn and I hear this racket and Carly's scowling and mad and stomping her feet. It's like, Chester! She was mad because she got kicked right in the shin because he was stomping flies.
I wasn't paying attention, and I was in the kick zone,
So when you're grooming them, be aware of that. We have lots of flies in this home. So be aware that your feet are not right where they stomp. I mean, look at Oda's feet. If she stomps on your foot's going to get kind of flat. And it won't feel good. Belinda. Okay, over here. All right, you got an extra coat on and you're on the horse and you're going to take that coat off. So what you going to do? Throw your arms every which way? Is that how it works, guys?
No.
Why not?
Because you could scare the horse.
Okay. Remember, their vision goes back at a V. So if you're sitting on their back and your fingers come out here, all of a sudden something appeared in the side of their vision, and as far as they know, they're going to die. And some of them act like it. Believe me. How many of you have ever been on a horse that spooks?
Yep, all of you.
They think they're going to die. Fortunately, mine don't usually, but they have on occasion. Tahana just kind of walks around it and looks at it really funny, and it's always the same place on the trail. No matter how many years she goes around it, she's still looking. So you don't want to spook them. If you're up on the horse, you don't start flailing your arms. You also don't scream, Belinda.
Really loud!
Why?
Hi, friends!
What's going to happen? Joy. That's right. They're going to want to know who's the bear coming after them. They're looking around in the bushes for the bear. Okay. So, if Oda's ears are like this, what's that mean again? Don't bite me. Bad. Okay. What's it mean like that? Okay. What if they're like this? Listening. Oda's either alert or mad, I guess. She didn't listen much. No, she's listening now. Okay. She's not very often mad. I can't tell if I've ever seen Oda mad. She's just do all the time. She is. She's a white teddy bear. Who can tell me the other thing that you watch to see if a horse is mad? The what? The mouth? What's her mouth gonna do? Really? Okay, that's a new one. I have never seen that.
My horse is.
They're going after the horse.
I suppose if they're gonna go after another horse, right? That's what you're talking about? Okay. Yeah, I guess I have seen it then. Otherwise, I haven't seen it with just people. But I've never had a horse come at me like that. Even Jericho. Yeah. Well, he had the front end first because he was scouting it out to make sure where he was gonna hit me. He was a rat. Jamie?
Their tail will ring around.
That's right. She starts wringing her tail like she's wringing out clothes. You better get out of the way. And now she's getting a little agitated. Now we're gonna see Oda mad. She said, I never had somebody grab my tail. That's a little personal. Okay, if Oda's ears are sort of like this, what does that mean besides listening? What else does it mean?
Sleepy or relaxed.
Relaxed? It means she's paying attention. She's not smarting off. She's kind of, okay, what's up next? So you want to reward her for that. Now, what's another thing that you can tell what a horse is kind of thinking sometimes?
His eyes.
Who said it? Brooklyn? What is it?
His eyes.
Their eyes. Okay? So what's Oda thinking right now?
He doesn't really care.
She's what?
He doesn't really care. He's just like, what's going on? Everyone's being crazy.
She's just watching these crazy two-legged things. What are they doing?
Seriously, I've never seen something
I
crazy.
think I'll smell the dirt. That's more interesting.
They
Joy?
might lick his shoe. Like,
Yeah? How many of you can tell if a person is mad? How many of you ever made your mom or dad mad?
well,
I used to. Carly, you never did.
wow.
She did too. She finally admitted it. So how would you know? Can you tell by their eyes?
Their eyebrows go up.
Do their eyes look mad?
Yeah.
Okay, they roll their eyes. I got accused of that one time. Watch their eyes. They will tell you if they're mad. The ones that I ride generally don't look mad, but they're watching me a lot. Like Sophia, when she's standing where she can see me, and if I'm messing with another horse, she'll give me quite a dirty look. Why are you with that horse? And I got a couple of them yesterday from Monarch, because I was not touching her at the moment, and she was not very happy. They have quite the personality if you watch them. So what's the point of knowing some of this stuff? Just one more thing to store in your head? No. You want to be able to, well, excuse you. You want to be able to understand the horses a little better. And as you're around the horses, you'll begin to learn a little bit more about what they're doing. And as you're around the camp horses, you kind of get to know them a little better. Corley could probably tell you the personality of all the horses out here. And the one back in the corner has quite a personality, believe me. But he loves her. So pay attention. Pay attention to their ears. Pay attention to their tail. Be aware of where you are with them so you're not going to startle them. Also, what happens if Oda's standing here, she's got her ears flat and she's got her foot like this. She's going to kick? Yeah, I think, so what do you want to do, run behind her? No, you better get out of the way. If a horse is that agitated during camp volunteers, come and get one of us. Because there's something wrong. Sometimes they hate their neighbor. You don't know when you bring the horses in because you guys don't know all the horses if they're best friends or best enemies. So be aware. But what if she's standing and her head's down and then her foot's like this? Then what? She's resting, so then what? How many of you ever woke up out of a deep sleep?
Oh, you do not listen.
Do you come out swinging? Anybody come out swinging? Okay, well, you don't want to do that, especially Oda. I mean, she's got a pretty good sized bat there if she wants to swing at you. Okay? Be aware, if they're sleeping, just talk to them. A lot of the camp horses, you're gonna see them standing like that. They work hard. You're gonna see them standing like that. Thank you, and I'm gonna turn this over to Beth.